Let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning. I, myself, DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, with Coach Joe. We are cooking this morning. We are turned up. We are going to give you the raw, uncut truth that you deservedly need. Let's go. How you doing, Coach Joe?
I am wonderful this morning. How you doing there, DJ? What's going on there, Young G? How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored, OG. This is an important topic. The topic of this video is who runs the NBA? The NBA players or the old media / powers that be / owners? So Kevin Durant was fined because Michael Rapaport wanted to leak out personal information. See, the way we grew up as men, everything has to be confidential. That's how we're raised. Most of us are raised. But Michael Rapaport, who comes out dissing brothers and gets away with it because he's cool with the culture, because they say he has a free seat at the cookout, whatever that means. This is the problem. Shout out to Drop the Mic. He said, let's get it. No doubt. This is the problem. Coach Joe, what's your opinion on this fine situation with KD?
Well, good morning, family. How y'all doing in the chat this morning? How's the family doing in the chat? Good to see so many familiar faces here and names. Shout out to everybody here. I just have a question I want to ask to start out with, DJ. And that's this. How do you get to be a private citizen and still and a fan of a team, and then be able to have influence on the people that you're fans of, to impact the game that you are paying to watch? See, I'm confused because Michael Rapaport that I know about is an actor of some note, and a New York Knicks fan that sits on the sidelines like Spike and the rest of them, and other celebrities like, us here in Los Angeles, where I'm at, where, a lot of celebrities go to games. And so that's what I know about him. And then sometimes he shows up on, ESPN or Fox Sports West or one of these, Shine networks. He shows up there and with strong opinions, like he's an expert, or he has some life experience other than sitting on his ass watching sports makes him an expert. And he seems to kind of always, pop up every now and then, to speak on stuff that's about us. And, and a lot of times I just, for the most part, to be honest with you, for the most part, I've just found this stuff in the past, no matter what it was, as entertainment. And I figured, and kind of just his shtick, if you will. So I just brushed it off, whatever he said, for the most part. But when I heard about this, I tried to put it together, and it just don't make sense to me. How a fan, and particularly an actor who understands privacy and private conversations and all that kind of stuff, lives in that world of the paparazzi and people trying to always invade your privacy. You would think that if you were having a conversation with somebody who is a peer of yours, and deal with the same thing, that there could be a level of trust. When you say engage in a conversation with them and you say, look, dude, this is private. It's between me and you. And they say, yeah, me and you. And then y'all have an emotional conversation about some stuff. And we all know when you have emotional conversations it's about some stuff, you may say something that you don't mean overall in your life, but in the moment you mean, because you fighting. Not knowing at all that this guy here is recording the thing and then gonna run back and gonna put it out there. And the next thing you know, it goes to some dude that's a part of his tribe. Adam Silver, who happens to be the commissioner of the NBA, same tribe as Rappaport. Next thing you know, an investigation goes on, then a statement comes out about the contents of this conversation, and then next thing you know, here's a monetary fine for Kevin Durant. For doing what? Having a conversation with another man? A heated conversation with another man who's supposed to be a peer? Who's not even on the same level? He's just giving him that grace, that gravitas to even have that conversation with this dude. So, and Coach, what does he get back? What does he get back? He gets back. Look here, boy. Mm-hmm. You don't talk like that, and you don't talk to us that way. And here's a little $50,000. Here's a little money that you're gonna give us back too on your way out the door. Now watch your mouth. That's what I'm trying to understand. I don't understand today, DJ. Go ahead, my brother.
Man, you went in, Coach Joe. Shout out to Gunna Boy. Said Big Us New Media. Shout out to the Queen of New Media, J&J Video. Shout out to Court Vision. Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it all the way real on this. Adam Silver fined KD because he was looking out. I'm going to keep it in short layman's terms. He was, quote unquote, looking out. Let's say this was a comedian like Tommy Davidson or something, and he had a conversation with KD like this, and he put out DMs. The NBA wouldn't have fined KD. Come on now, a D-list comedian and actor, and you fine somebody $50,000? That doesn't even make sense. That was the most random fine I've ever seen in the NBA. But it tells you who really runs the NBA. I told you guys a while back that the players don't have the power that you think they do. Yeah, they give them $100 million or $200 million to some elite players. But that's crumbs compared to what the money the NBA has been receiving. You're talking about a company that's been gaining billions of dollars every year, high billions. Pretty much, they know that the players are so gullible that they could settle for crumbs. That's why we only have one black owner in the NBA, and that's MJ. And that's because he fits their status quo. This is a game within the game, beyond the court. This is all outside of the court. Shout out to Rap Guy, said New Media in the building. You already know what it is. Shout out to Marquina Daniel. But Coach Joe, I want to show you something. Do you know that Michael Rappaport he's known for dissing brothers? I'm going to pull this up on the screen. It says John Boyega responds to Michael Rappaport. So Michael Rappaport pretty much joked around this brother and pretty much said Star Wars made him. And this is what Michael Rappaport said to John Boyega. Yo, my man, you have done so much in such a short period of time. Congrats, but you ain't the first actor to have a announced character in Star Wars movie. Welcome to show business. Shit doesn't always go your way. See, a brother hating, a white man hating on a brother for having top role Star Wars. You know, Star Wars don't have that many black actors. We know Samuel was an actor on there, but that was about it.
Billy D was the first.
Billy D, yeah, Billy D. My bad, Billy D.
They've had 3 out of all of the characters on Star Wars. 3 since I was a kid and watched this. First Star Wars movie I saw, it was at the drive-in. 3 black characters. males. And this is what you get from one of your peers. Somebody's trying to put you in your so-called place. One of your peers. Who the hell gave him? Who gave him the right to be that dude? His career, what he's done? Well, hell, what has he done?
Exactly. He's a D-list actor, comedian, and he out here telling John Boyega he should be grateful for Star Wars. Grateful? No. Star Wars should be grateful that they made all that money from this brother.
Facts.
Star Wars should be grateful that John Boyega put a different audience. That's why the latest Star Wars movie was hitting box office records.
Facts.
That's why Shines was so mad at John Boyega being a black man. And I know you guys gonna be like, it's not about race, but we ain't sugarcoating shit this morning. John Boyega, he did such a good job. They were hating on the movie, saying this movie sucks. This is not like the old Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Funny because it hit box office records, made a lot of money, but all of a sudden it's not good quality of Star Wars now. This is just one of the instances that he did. Oh, what about LeVar Ball? He always got away with talking ish about the Ball family. How his parenting sucks, how he ruined his kids' lives. But now all of a sudden, KD set the record straight with him. And he folded like a little punk that he is. Coach Joe, what do you think about that? A culture vulture trying to act all big, bad, and tough, swindled under pressure.
Well, see, you know what, DJ. I don't see any pressure. I think this is his agenda.
Right.
This is how he operates. This is modus operandi. This is what he does. It's part of who this dude is. My issue with him is not what he does. My issue with him is how he went about doing it. See, if this was a private conversation, why'd you make it public? As a peer. See, that tells me that you had some ulterior motives from the very beginning, because it's not like you didn't know that. So yeah, so to me, they use the corporate media, okay, picks tribe members, okay, to promote their program, and he's one of them. Okay, he's the new, if you will, Archie Bunker, live Archie Bunker, that character that Norman Lear created in All in the Family. The funny bigot.
Mm-hmm. And Coach Joe, for those talking about Michael Rapaport, he's cool, man. He cool with the culture. There is no cookout. It's an illusion. It's an illusion for a hug. For the same people who wouldn't put water on you if you were on fire.
Woo! That part right there.
Let me say it again. The term the cookout is an illusion for most people who wouldn't even put water on you if you were on fire.
That's right.
Wouldn't help you out if in a time of need. Mm-hmm. There is no such thing as a cookout. But there is a thing for that is our people. And that's the only people we can trust as our own. Shout out to Drop the Mic. He said, yeah, Coach, I agree. That was not a correct move by the NBA. Good old boys club. Exactly. A Michael Rappaport? You're gonna find him over comments over Michael Rappaport? All we gotta say is they look for their own, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Trying to keep my channel. I'll try to keep my channel. Y'all know what I'm talking. They look out for their own. I give them that.
Well, you know, they can't send into us if we say tribe members, okay? Because these people are they are on the record as saying they are this, they are this, they are this. They belong to this tribe. They adhere to these cultures and these traditions. Okay, that's not a slight on anybody.
No, it's not. You know what's crazy, Coach Joe?
Mm-hmm.
We claim we're people of knowledge and trying to learn, but we get so sensitive on stating truth that's not even offensive.
Right.
We have been dumbed down and conditioned to think that, okay, we say something that's different than the normal American academia. All of a sudden, that's hating or the hate language. That's not what it is. Knowledge is always unfiltered. I'm gonna give you an example, Coach Joe.
Mm-hmm.
When I say that our people are one of the I'll just be honest, like we're the mentally strongest people, ratio rise, because all we have been through for 400 years. And then add on top of that segregation. That's not hyperbole, that's a fact. And we're not even the most populated in America, which just shows our strength in people. We're strong people. We're prideful people. All of us is not perfect. All of us is not one in sync. But we do what we do just to make it to another day. See, a guy like Adam Silver, he doesn't understand this because he was raised around privilege.
And don't care.
Facts.
I'm sorry. See, he can sit in his ivory tower, the wealth that his parents and grandparents and he inherited. Okay, he can sit on that all he wants, and from up there on high and look down on LeBron James and talk crap about LeBron James the way he has for years. But we all know he can't hold LeBron James' job. LeBron James is way more of a man than that dude will ever be. In every category, just check off every category. Business, check. Accomplishments, check. In field, check. Family, check. Kids, check. Just check.
Mm-hmm. Coach Joe, you see this blue boat? Shout out to you, my brother. He says, Coach, what do you think about Rappaport hate of LeBron?
Oh yeah, you heard. Again, what they do is the media, they use Michael Rappaport to be the angry male of their tribe, because remember, the image that their tribe tries to show us is calm, collected, composed. Never let them see you through. Never let them see you sweat. See, that type of thing. But they really want to scream and yell. They only create those characters in art. Okay, so here comes Michael Rappaport. So then he can be that dude. See, to represent how they really feel, his fellow tribesmen, about us, and that we should shut up and dribble, or shut up and pass or catch, or shut up and do whatever sport, dance, rap, whatever, but leave their stuff alone. That's what this is about. And that's why for me, this is so important for us to have this conversation, because it's corrupting our games, the games we love. You can't watch sports and with a clear mind when you have all of this stuff in your head. Many of us going on that. Wait a minute, am I really watching what I'm watching? Am I not really watching what I'm watching? They covered up that referee that was rigging games, taking money and rigging games, and tried to act like and closed everybody off and closed ranks and said, we're only going to sacrifice him. We're going to say he was a lone wolf. We want no reproach, nobody else in this at all. He was by himself. Nobody else knew. Now that goes against everything that we've seen about how they operate. But that's what they did, and then that's what we believe.
Coach, look at Cambria Roberts. She says, I hate when people use the term "you're invited to the cookout." Exactly. That's just a term that wants to give everybody a hug and wants to be liked, and just stupid, buffoonish language. That's why I never use that term. I'm either cool with you or not. There's good people and there's bad people. But I would never go around here and say, hey, man, this person, Joe, he cool, man. He part of the cookout. You will never hear me say anything like that, because it's buffoonish language. Shout out to Dante Lee, says, Coach, DJ, what's up? New media, what's good, my brother?
What's happening, fam?
Rap guy says, LeVar warned that his sons won't find a good woman to the mid-30s. Well, there's some truth to that, especially if you're a pro. You gotta be careful out there. They'll do anything for that bag.
Hey, DJ, that invited to the cookout. I understand. I hear what you're saying, and I hear the family and that too expressing their views. I don't use that term either, for different reasons though. But I just find it, comical as well. One of the first times I ever heard that, it was used for Bill Clinton, former President Clinton.
Uh-huh.
And look how he turned out to when Barack was running, and he was pegged to take care of South Carolina and herd all the other tribesmen up and women up and get them to support his wife. And Barack beat Hillary like she stole a ham out of Ralph's. He said, would they catch him on tape saying, "What is this? This is the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever seen. Who is this dude?" Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do we revoke this? Does this cookout pass get revoked? I'm just wondering. I'm asking for a friend.
Oh, Lord. Let me see. Taufik says, I really understand the cookout until DJ explained it. The cookout is not a picnic or something. No, it's just a term that, brothers and sisters out here, most, not all, would use for, to bring in people who are not part of our community to be accepted out of no reason. And since Rappaport is supposedly cool with rappers, entertainers, for some reason he gets a pass to do this. And I really hated that Kevin Durant apologized, but I understand. When it's a league that's not run by the players, that's what happens. Trust me, if the players truly own this league, you wouldn't see Kevin Durant apologizing for something he didn't do wrong. And I said it, Kevin Durant didn't do anything wrong. The only thing he did, it was when he mentioned his wife, but that's about it. That's because Michael Rappaport started it. Instigating, that's what he does. He instigates. He tries to talk about every successful black man around. He disses other athletes. And he dissed LeBron. Guess what, coach? He dissed LeBron because LeBron was busy and he couldn't autograph something for Rappaport's son or something like that. And Rappaport was bitter because of it.
Well, that sounds like maybe some sort of kind of twisted reasoning, I guess. But I mean, because LeBron is so close, with in his circle. He's like Tiger Woods, even. He just never gives anybody anything. He just never gives up his time. That LeBron guy. You know what I mean? That guy. Come on, man.
Blue Boat says, I'm surprised LeBron hasn't snapped on Skip Bayless. I wouldn't be surprised if he does I'll tell you, after LeBron's playing career, I believe he is going to keep it all the way real because he's not in the NBA no more once he retires. He just biding this time, being professional because he's in the league. But watch what happens when he retires. I'm calling it now. Talfi says, Coach, you mean Tim Donaghy, the scandal in 2007? Yep.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I just didn't want to use his name.
Yeah.
So I acted like I didn't know it, okay, because he's a liar. And I saw how they tried to rehabilitate his image. And the media thing they went on to try to rehabilitate his image and show how sorry he was and all that. Man, I don't listen to these people, man. Sorry he got caught. That's about it.
I'm sorry, boss, because I was caught.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of here with all that.
Man, get out of here with all that. Exactly. You got caught. I mean, that's one thing about Dump. I appreciated 45. I appreciated about 45. 45 was just, he was just, he was balls out with his nonsense. He believed in it. He was balls out for his stuff, man. I mean, let's keep it real. Anybody that's that committed to their character, man, damn. Woo! That's a hell of a thing, man. When you down with your character, when you willing to just be to be that dude, one of the most hated dudes ever. Wow. Woo.
Oh boy. Let me read some more comments.
See, because look, DJ, I was just thinking about the new term we can use. See, people understand tribalism goes around as all over the world. Ain't nobody calls it a negative thing. If you say you belong to the so-and-so tribe or this tribe or that tribe, whatever, it just denotes the tribe. That's all.
Exactly. It's no hard feeling. It just is what it is, Coach. It's truth.
Yeah.
And, if you don't like the truth, then so be it. But that's what it is. And Rap Guy says that he exposed NBA politics. Well, I was pretty aware, even at a young age, as a teenager, during those times. I understood the game within the game because my father would always talk to me about what's going on around the league. What he would say, see behind your eyes. See behind it. But not everybody has that ability to do it. And there's those who have the ability, but they, try to shield from thinking that. So TB says Rappaport is a loser of his own tribe. Portnoy of Barstool fired. Yeah, he did fire off. I remember that. Tina.
Go ahead, DJ. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm good. I was going to read a comment.
Go ahead.
Oh, Atina says New York street rappers certified him during the hip hop era. Yep. Validation. Rappers.
I want to say something else here today. on this topic because it's about Kevin Durant, and there's been a lot of talk about Kevin Durant over the years. People saying this and saying that, and calling him, names, and cupcake and soft, and I've heard a whole lot of stuff, and he hasn't won any championships he didn't deserve, the ones he got, and Golden State, and all this kind of stuff. He's not a dog. He's let me say this, family, and I'm going to ask y'all a question, and I'm serious from my heart what I'm saying, what I'm getting ready to say to y'all. If you saw a kid grow up, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, go to college, you know a little bit about his family. You watch a kid work his ass off year after year, day after day. Don't have the best physical body to do what he does, but he does it. And this kid grows up to be one of the best at his craft. And people use old media and other tribesmen narratives to describe his hard work and his dedication and what it has produced by saying stuff like soft. Is anybody ever really trying to tell me that a dude that commits themselves from the mud at 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15 and 16 and 17 and 18 and 19, 20 years old to doing something that they soft? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of us allowing these people who don't measure define us. And then we repeat it as if it's true. When it's not true at all. It's a goddamn lie. It's a bald-faced lie that Kevin Durant is soft in any way. All of us communicate and deal with things in our own ways. We all have different personalities. We all don't have the same personality. We all don't respond to things the same way. That don't make you weak. Muhammad Ali didn't let no slides go past him. Nobody called him weak because he used his fist and his mouth to beat your ass with. And you couldn't call him soft. But they wanted to. They thought he was soft when he beat the crap out of Sonny Liston, who was their boy. They said ain't no way he was going to beat Sonny Liston. No way. Sonny Liston is a real man. Muhammad Ali beat his ass twice as a kid. Stop allowing our these people from these other tribes to talk about our boys as if they know about them, as if they love them, as if they know what their struggle is, if they know what they've come from, as if they know what they've had to deal with. They don't care. They only care what they can get from us, how they can use us, make money off of us, and then tell us to shut up and dribble. I pass, DJ.
Wow, Coach, that was very powerful. I'm glad that you went in, Coach Joe. I'm glad that you brought this up. The biggest lie I ever heard was people saying that KD is a soft basketball player. Soft at what? For hitting game winners, showing up in the biggest moments, being a dog. You got some shit fucked up if you think this brother is weak because he may just have a different opinion than you, that he speaks up on times when most people would not. Y'all don't play basketball, the people that are criticizing him. You're not in the gym having to shoot 1,000 shots or more to perfect your game. You wasn't with him when he was in the streets of Baltimore, Maryland, growing up without a father most of the time. He does have a father, but he didn't live with his father. So how do you know him? You don't know him. Michael Rappaport, you're a culture vulture. You have to have people in the culture validate you, but you haven't accomplished anything. Your claim to fame is playing a supremacist on higher learning. Being cool with Spike Lee. Being cool with Ice Cube to an extent. But you haven't accomplished near the achievements that Kevin Durant has. And for a man who went out of their way to say they got to cancel a black father, LeVar Ball, because he talks, because he's confident. Like Jeeper Creep says, PG County is hard as it gets. It's tough out there. But he's a cupcake?
DJ, just quickly, I'm sorry. Please don't lose your
Yeah.
thread. It's tough for us wherever we are in this country. It don't matter where you are in this damn country. I'll pass.
No, you're right, Coach Joe. I'm glad you said that. As long as you are a black man or a minority, a black woman, it's tough. I know what it's like. Growing up, you go to the store, you know you're buying something. Someone looks at you like you're trying to steal something. We all been through that. To have people shines like Michael Rappaport cry and bitch, excuse my language, to the commissioner, that's what happened. That was a personal call.
Facts.
That was a hit. Michael Rappaport called Adam Silver. I guarantee you this happened. And he called, he said, hey, you got to do me one favor, man. You got to find Kevin Durant and make a statement, make an example, so that nobody will diss our people. That's what it's all about.
Diss our tribe.
Diss our tribe.
That's right.
All that is. Because if it was an average Joe Schmo doing what Michael Rappaport did, they would never find Kevin Durant at all.
I mean, DJ, he's not creating his own content based on his own stuff. He's creating content based on somebody else's program, off of our backs. That's where his content is coming from. That's another reason why I take exception to this dude. Family, this is not his show. His HBO special, his Showtime special, his Netflix special. This is him culture vulturing off of other people's work.
Wow. That's his claim to fame, Coach.
Exactly. There's a lot of them from that tribe when it comes to doing this stuff like that. There's a lot of other tribesmen out there from other tribes out here biting off of us. Been biting off of us.
From owning rapper contracts, actor, contracts, always leading our people. They're known for this, man. And they're known for making an example. And I know a lot of Sean's will come in here and say, why are you defending Kevin Durant of all people? Well, he's a brother. And when any of our people are done wrong, we have to call it out. I'm not going to change who I am to fit a status quo or be scary, but like, no, boss, we may get in trouble. You know, none of that shit.
Well, those days is gone.
Our people are fed up.
And you know what? And you know what else? And you know what I see, DJ? I feel in my heart when I see the family in the show, and I've been the life that I live. I believe a whole lot of other people from other tribes, the majority, the dominant tribe, their young people are tired of it too.
Mm-hmm. You see this? And I remember that Michael Rappaport calls black woman a gorilla. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm. See, the fact that he went to his tribesmen, okay, who is independent of his situation with Durant, or is it independent? Is it independent or is it not independent? Oh, I see. It don't look like it's really independent. It looked like they connected. And their tribe connects them. But because his work couldn't possibly connect it. Because he ain't putting out work like Kevin Hart is and Dave Chappelle is. And Tiffany Haddish is.
This is the reason.
He doing the same thing that they both doing the same thing. Dude getting his salary off of the backs of us too. Whoa, look at the connection there. I'll be damned. Adam Silver's the commissioner of what product? Basketball. And who is the dominant tribesman of that sport? People that belong to my tribe and DJ's tribe. That's how it is. These is tribesmen looking out for tribesmen, and there are people that want to say, "Well, you know, we can't do anything." I've heard a lot of, you know, we can't do anything. The system's too big. We can't do anything about it. No, I don't. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I don't believe that at all. I've seen too much in my life to know that ain't true.
Coach Joe, guess what? Adam Silver makes a year.
Oh well, David Stern, his last year he made $25 million. What is he at? About 30?
$35 million a year.
$35 million a year.
He doesn't even dribble a basketball.
$35 million a year. To do what? Exactly.
Shout out to Terry in the chat. He says, salute new media. Pushinda says that man never been a comedian. Talking about Rappaport.
Of course. Of course.
$35 million a year to tell people what to do.
That's right. The only thing that connects them to is their tribe, dude. That's all that connects them to. He ain't no comedian. I was waiting for somebody to say it. So see a lot of this family. I don't say a lot. Because I want y'all to find we on this journey together. It ain't saying nothing about me telling y'all. This is about us experiencing and sharing what we all have seen and experiencing.
Exactly, Coach, man. There's so much truth this morning, man. This is good energy. Shout out to 704 Bound. Shout out to Paya. Paya says, we don't throw rocks, then hide our hands. KD stood on what he said. Rather we agree with everything he said or not. Yeah, we don't.
No, we don't.
Shout out to Samuel. He says, I don't know if you've seen it, but the message dates of 2020. So telling me if it hurt you that much, wait, unless part of the agenda. I'm glad the apology was not a real one. And he bet, you know, KD's apology. I found out KD was KD was very smart with it. He never mentioned like Rappaport in apologies.
Not at all.
He mentions the LGBT,
Yeah.
and he mentions the young kids who had to see that. But that was KD shouldn't apologize for Rappaport posting a private conversation. And then he has the nerve, Michael Remy Rappaport has the nerve to put the snake emoji after exposing the messages while doing a snake move? Are you
Absolutely.
kidding me?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Prayers to DMX. Prayers to the X, man.
What's up with DMX? He fell out or something?
Man, DMX, he's in a critical condition, man. They say he may not live because of overdose.
Overdose?
Yeah, he relapsed.
Fentanyl, probably. God, dog. That stuff is killer, man. And it's come from China, too. God dog it, man. Woo!
I'm praying for the X, man. DMX, man.
Praying for the X, man.
He really tried to turn his life around. He really did, man. It just, you know, sometimes when people relapse, man, it just.
Oh, look, this is a disease, man. Let's keep it real. These is chemicals that people have created in labs and stuff to do exactly what it's doing. Let's just keep it real, okay? Like, we're not gonna do, let's not do that mess that they want us to do. You know what I mean? This is a disease. You get this stuff in you ain't never the same.
704. The coroner said it's from an overdose. They didn't say it was from a heart attack.
Yeah, this is it's just like the whole crack thing, and the guns thing. You know what I mean? In the neighborhoods, they talk about like Chicago. They got these guns. They killing each other over there. What's wrong with them people? They killing each other over there. Well, wait a minute. Let's see. Where they getting them guns from? Well, they magically delicious. I'm sorry. I got confused with the Lucky Charms. They just magically appear. I don't know not one black person, one person from my tribe that owns a gun manufacturing company. Not one that sells. I'm trying to understand. We the biggest country, one of the most gun countries, and we got more guns in this country than we got people by a long shot, and ain't none of them produced by anybody other than the same people. Yet, what is going on here? Sound like that game within a game again. Sound like some bullshit going down. That's what it sounds like. Wow.
And Coach Joe, you want to talk about strength? Most people would allow the criticism of others of their struggles to affect them. DMX attacked his criticism head on. DMX was very honest about his addiction. He was very honest on how he's trying to search for the Most High God for him to turn his life around. And he was trying and trying. And I always said, as long as you try.
Hey, look, let's keep it real here. I'm gonna bring up a topic here. I don't want, the people don't talk crap to me when it comes to these things. Hit my brother. Hey, a purpose-driven life. Who's ever heard of the book called A Purpose-Driven Life? By a famous book by a famous preacher, Saddleback Church here in California. Big church, big people. The brother, the preacher from that church, he also did the prayer for Barack Obama at his inaugural. He did the benediction. So his son succumbed to drug overdose, suicide. And this dude wrote books about how to walk with God. He's a preacher. He said him and his wife, they kept praying for his release. That this thing would let him go. You know what they do. You know what we do. It didn't work.
Trent Tompkins says all-time best-selling book.
Yes. Yes.
The stories Crockett says Rev Price.
No. It's not about Reverend Price. Dick Stories. It's Reverend Price. I used to go to his church. He's a brother in South Central that built the 10,000 seat dome, who just passed away. No, this guy's Saddleback Church. His name is and he's a different tribesman. His name is Rick Warren, Reverend Rick Warren. That's his name. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, Rick Warren, famous dude in the church world. But he talks very openly about his son's addiction. You know, and what he went through. And to know his son left him and just said, you know, he told his parents, I just can't deal with this no more. I appreciate everything y'all did, but I can't do this no more. See, that's what this is about. This ain't nobody's opinion, nobody's willpower.
Oh boy, I just got news right now. OG, DMX suffers from a heart attack after or overdose, now likely brain dead.
There we go. That part right there. That part right there. See, the chemicals, man. Them chemicals. You know that fentanyl, brother. That stuff. That's the stuff that killed Prince. That stuff, and that's the stuff that's addicted all of these other tribesmen around the country here. Has addicted them up, and killed hundreds of thousands of them. It's a horrible thing. This thing is so powerful. Like a dime, a fingernail of this stuff can kill an elephant. Think about that. A fingernail of this drug that they make in China and some of the other can kill an elephant. So what human beings need to be doing taking this type of stuff? Except under the most strict and transparent way so it can be safe. You take a little bit more of this stuff than this stuff here, you dead. And we all know a fingernail ain't big. It's bad.
Yeah, he said Mac Miller too. I remember Mac Miller, talented rapper.
Yep.
But that was just random when that happened.
Yep. See, so again, and this is all about what we're talking about. See, this system that we're talking about, folks, that perpetuate this lie, this lying, this twisting and turning of every story. This is what it's brought us to. Say, this is what it's brought us to. But we have the power to change it. We do. We do have the power to change it. And that's why me and DJ here and all the other family members
Coach went out, but he's gonna come back in. Yeah, man, prayers to DMX, man. This is just and pray that he'll get through. I don't want to see no RIPs, and I don't want to see all that. I just want to see that DMX can pull through this some way. Marquina Daniels says the persons who are pushing these drugs are people aren't even using it, just killing persons. Once you go into one, has to be very, very strong to get out. Powerful system.
Oh yeah, no, ain't no getting out of this. This is a horrible thing, and when you get involved in these things, man, my heart goes out to these people, man, because their lives are no longer their lives.
That's the sad truth, Coach.
Yeah,
right there. Their lives are no longer their lives. They're a different person.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Pega. He says, thank goodness for all the truth that comes out of new media. That's what we're here for.
Yes, indeed. See, and to call out these, these the motives of these other tribesmen. See, you know, they trying to push that they one thing, but really they not. You know, they really are sheep, wolves in sheep clothing. They really are.
They are. You can't really trust these. That's why these corporations and stuff, and they'll have slogans, and you realize, Coach Joe, when something goes on around this country or a movement happens, they're raising their fist up like us, saying they support us and something. But when it's all said and done, we see their true motives. It happens every time.
Let me give you an example, my brother, right now. And I'm going to give the
Yeah.
family this. Family, let me give y'all an example of right now how pernicious and how vicious and how corrupt it really is. Okay. Let's take the student loan debt, right? A lot of people are pushing the Democrats in the office are pushing the student loan debt. We need to get rid of, you know, Elizabeth Warren went and said $50,000, you know, the fifth student loan debt. Okay. Most people would agree to that on the surface, right? It costs too much to go to school in America. You know, that's not a hard one for a lot of people to say, you know, that's a good thing. And they're saying it, and Ayanna Pressley, the tribe, our tribesmen, is saying, you know, it's good for us, you know, as well for us to be able to do this. Well, until you start looking at the numbers, and then you see how dirty and vicious this damn thing is. Millennials the majority of the tribesmen in our country are getting ready to receive in the next 10 years. Upwards of $70 trillion. Gen Xers and Gen Zs are getting ready to receive from their grandparents and their parents. Okay. And there's $1.7 trillion right now in student loan debt. 1.1 trillion of that dollars belongs to their tribe, and they have the money to pay it. Of our tribe, only about 16% of our tribe have any student debt. So that means about 80-something% of us it's not going to benefit us at all. We ain't going to get nothing from it. But yet they're telling us this is a way to help people in our tribe. Then really it's just another way for them to distribute the wealth and keep it in the hands of their own tribesmen. And that's what Michael Rappaport is about. He is a part of that cadre that was put in place, that has been in place to keep us in our place. And where is our place? Way behind them.
Coach Joe.
I mean, so DJ, how silly is that? How silly is that, DJ? When over 80% of us won't benefit at all from that, and it's giving the money back to the people who already have the money.
Yeah, it's a farce, Coach.
And this taxpayer money, by the way. This is taxpayer money, by the way. This isn't private equity money. This isn't a corporation's money. This is taxpayer money, of which millions of our people of our tribe pay those taxes. And yet they get the money. And we get coal in our socks. And get told that we need to shut up and dribble.
Or don't get out of line, boy. We're paying you just enough. We're paying you enough crumbs. And see, that's why I never get mad. We ain't sugarcoating shit today. I never get mad when they have a lockout or they have a collective bargaining and they have to stop play and all that stuff. You know why I'm not mad, Coach Joe? Because the players deserve a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Tired of buffoons coming around here saying that, oh, they already have enough money. They're privileged. Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or asking what they owe. Not asking,
Mm-hmm.
demanding what they owe.
Mm-hmm. Let me, DJ, let me share another story with the family and you guys. See, because if you notice any of that stuff I'm telling you guys, you can go look for it, look up the facts. You don't believe a word I am telling you. Go to the Federal Reserve website and go look at the student loan stuff if you think I'm lying. The breakdowns are there. See, here's another one that just came out that one of our supervisors is talking about. There's a place in LA called Manhattan Beach. In Manhattan Beach, it's 95%, 97% of the dominant tribe live there, and all of the houses are, no house there is worth under $2 or $3 million. So it's a wealthy community, as a lot of these communities are. Okay, and it's and so in 1918, 1920, a black family, a tribe, a part of my tribe, bought some beachfront land there in Manhattan Beach for about $2,000. They set up a resort for my tribe and people from our tribe to go to enjoy the beach, enjoy the summers, enjoy the sand. It was very successful. In 1924, the Manhattan Beach government came and knocking on the door, told the Bruce family, guess what? We got a law that we call eminent domain, which means that we get to take whatever we want when we want it. So they took this family's land, took their resort, took it, didn't compensate them for it, took it. Today, that land is worth $75 million. And there's one of that family member that's alive, and he lives in Florida. One of the Bruces. And he lives in Florida. And if that money had stayed in that family's name, Manhattan Beach wouldn't look like it looks now. So you know what Manhattan Beach wants to do about this, now that it's been uncovered that they stole these people's land? They said, we will give you a plaque and an apology. As if you can buy something with that. A plaque and an apology is what they said they will give them. But guess what? It gets even more interesting. Finds out that the land now has been in the hands of the county of Los Angeles for the last so many decades. They have a lifeguard center and all that. That's where that stuff is at right now. So one of the supervisors, Janice Hahn, who happens to be a part of that Michael Rappaport's tribe, she came out saying, we got to do something about this, because she knows about reparations. Her people been getting it from the Germans. So far, the count is $82 billion and counting. That's what their tribe has received from Germany in reparations for the Holocaust and counting. So she understands about reparations. So she says, we must do something about this. We must either lease this land retroactively from them, but we must do something. You damn right you must do something. And this kind of thing happened all over this country. Don't talk to me, people. I know what happened. And this coach here reads. I'll pass.
Case in point, I saw that story, Coach Joe. Brett Law says, talk to him. Boy, this is nothing but the real. Nothing but the real. And you only get it here at New Media. You only get it here. I know there's other channels, but this is a wonderful thing that we're speaking on, because we're speaking on something that needs to be said. The NBA, they think they have us all fooled. My advice to all the players in the NBA: look out for yourself, your family, and your brothers. Every negotiation, I don't care if a lockout ever happens. You get the most you can get.
Facts.
And do not let them swindle you on pandemic pay. That's a lie.
Facts.
The
As if
TV
they lost.
contracts going up.
That's right. As if they lost equity.
Yeah. Look at the NFL. The one thing the NFL players did right, they did not fall for what the owners was talking about. Oh, there's going to be the couple cuts. That was a lie. Now it just came out that Amazon bought some rights, gave them some dough. They got a deal with Amazon. They got an extra 17th game. The pay is increased.
Facts. There we go. Facts. That makes sense.
That's why Dak Prescott took that money, because he knew that pay was coming up. And you see me, I was happy. I said, why are you happy? Dak Prescott, he's going to ruin the cap. Watch what happens. The cap's not ruined. We had $22 million left, and it's going to go higher in a couple years, a year or two.
DJ, I heard speaking of what you're saying, my brother, I heard a Haitian proverb. Somebody said this in a thread the other day that I saw on Twitter that blew me away. And it said this. The proverb is, the hen and the roach are only in agreement when the roach is in the hen's tummy.
Boy.
Woo, when I read that, I was like, oh my God, that is fire.
I ain't gonna lie, that was dope.
That was fire. Again, DJ, they created a cap, dude, to protect themselves and their money from their own personalities. There was no cap when I was growing up, my brother. All of this stuff that y'all see now, these caps and this, all of this stuff, this crap did not exist when I was growing up and these sports were here. Okay?
All of a sudden, they got capped now.
And so now we gonna factor in their language. Well, the cap now, no. That's an artificial bullshit maneuver that they put in as well. That doesn't mean nothing but bull. Another way for them to pretend like something is something that it's not. That's why I said their equity, when you call them pandemic pay, I said they didn't lose equity. See, because they will look at those contracts and say, well, the contract went down, or we don't know what the cap is. See, they do all that old bull crap, all that shell game stuff, moving the shells, all that shell game. Which one is it under? That's all that bullshit is. They created the cap. There is no cap. Okay, they made it up as a way for them to manipulate the money so they can get more of it and the players can get less. That's what's going on. Please, DJ, don't mention that cap shit, dude, if you're talking real talk.
Exactly.
Because it's bullshit.
It is. And Drop the Mic said the NBA is very wealthy, and they full of it. He says the cap is also for them to control where folks play, basically not trying to have another super team. Exactly.
No, DJ, that's he can't. No, Drop the Mic. You're missing it. They have revenue sharing in the NFL. They don't worry about the dynasties. That's why they haven't stopped the Patriots. Okay.
Makes sense.
See, they look out for themselves. They got revenue sharing. They didn't have that when I was growing up either. Okay, guys, again, it's about them having more money and the players having less money. That's all it's ever about. It ain't about nothing else.
He says, good point, Coach. I can see what you mean. You know what's funny, Coach?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, these leagues, since they get paid more, all of a sudden, Oh, we got a cap.
Right.
You know what I got to answer to? Just like Payoff said, it's all cap.
It's all cap. Exactly.
Their cap is all cap. Oh Lord, Lord. Hey,
That's
Coach
great.
Joe. Everybody in the chat after this video at I say an hour from now, 12 Pacific time. Drop the Mic will be on the live. I'll be on Drop the Mics live. We're
I
gonna talk
love it.
about the NBA and the WNBA and the equal pay.
Yes. All right. All right.
He said, "Y'all funny." Hey, we have a good time.
Yeah, see, this thing is layered, family, and I've been looking at it since I was a child, and I've been listening to the radicals in my neighborhood, and that I grew up around that was spitting that knowledge, saying no, this is what it is, and everybody, and then the other one saying no, you just being hard, and how family is, and so I just was listening to it as a kid, and I would just go, and then I could see who the people who bought the Kool-Aid, who drinking the Kool-Aid in my family. And who wasn't? I learned that as a kid. Okay, if I want to know how to stay out of trouble, I talk to that one. If I want to know how to get something done without having to go through all the nonsense, I'll talk to that
one. Right.
See, I'm gonna tell you when we realize that when we start acting, we start looking like we're real free. When we start being real free. 704 Bound says, shout out to Master P's son, also choosing a black college.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I've heard you doing shows as well, DJ, on the HBCUs and stuff like that too. And I love what that is about. And it's ideal. Okay. But how it has been practiced and what it's really about today, it's outlived its usefulness. All of these things have outlived their usefulness. And we are the first ones to know that because we are the ones who are at the bottom. So we see when things change and when things are no longer working. Because of student loans and because of they have monetized education in this country, it is no longer a good investment. Start researching and seeing, family, how many of us have stuck with these student loans, high student loans, and gig jobs, no jobs that pay the kind of money that need. Family, after 2 decades, 20 years, our tribe members are still at 94, 93% owing of student loans. After 20 years, Barack Obama and his wife, Michelle Obama, went into the White House in 2008 with student debt loans. She had most of them. Okay? Now, in Master P's case, I'm cool with it because Master P got the money to pay for his son's education and he don't have to go in debt. So I'm fine with it. His Master P's kids are not going to be affected business-wise by whether they go to college or not. Their father is wealthy and a businessman. So their situations are totally different. See, so we got to start wising up to what's really going on, because the numbers are showing that things are not looking. Things are looking really not so good for our kids and our grandkids if we don't change course. Because there's too much behind the desktop that we don't know. And the system just keeps on turning. It doesn't stop or slow down based on whether we learn it or don't learn it. See, and that's why I'm here doing this. Because we got to get it. If we don't get it, we're doomed.
Look what we're doing, Coach Joe. Look at these responses. MLE, what's good, my brother says, I'm learning right now. Please keep teaching y'all.
Well,
that's what it's all about.
This is what this is about. We all have to learn. I'm learning from you guys. I'm learning from DJ. I'm learning from my kids. We have to continue to learn. Mm-hmm. And we got to learn what this system is about that we're in. And we've been outside of it for so long looking in. You can't tell what's inside the store looking on the outside with your face through the glass. All you can tell is what you can see right in front of you. That ain't the store.
Drop the Mic says, interesting point, Coach. Very true. What's your suggestion for school? In my opinion, you don't need a degree to be successful. You got trade schools to get you certified in specific skills.
Fact. And the issue is that we have to come into the realization that we live in a country that's main culture is about making money, monetizing things. That's what it is about. And so if we don't get with that, okay, then we gonna miss out. Our kids gonna miss out. Our grandkids gonna miss out. See. So we need our heads to start thinking about other things, and that's why I love sports so much, because we can use sports, because we all love sports. A lot of us love sports. Billions of us love sports. We can use sports because sports is business now. Sports is not just sports. Right, DJ?
Exactly. That's why you learn teaching moments from sports. Growing up as a kid, you have a math teacher or a history teacher. They would tell us that, you can't learn from sports. It's just sports. But they were wrong. They were wrong. Sports is a way of life to some of these people.
It's a way of life, period. It's human beings doing it. It's human beings doing it. We're not watching robots.
Right.
We're watching our kids and our friends and our neighbors. I mean, what are we talking about? It's us. Sports is us. So when people say, I don't like sports, that's just me hearing him saying, you just don't like a part of who you are. That's all, whatever. And I understand. I get it. I get it.
Drop the Mic says, on team, no one knows it all, but let's share information together. That's what it's all about, man.
Facts.
We all one as people. And I don't know everything. I'll let y'all know I don't know everything. I'm learning from everybody. Coach Joe, Drop the Mic, Unoriginal, J&J Video, Rev, a lot of people, man. Because I know that there's more to learn in life. I'm not there's no such thing as a powerful human being that knows more than any other body. No such thing as that. So let's be the best people we can be. Coach Joe, thank you for being on the show, man.
You're welcome.
And a blessing, my brother.
Well, you're so welcome, my brother. Thank you for providing the platform as you do, and so beautifully, my brother. Because you got such an amazing heart, and so I appreciate you so much, and thank the family so much for taking y'all time on a Saturday to come in and lend your voice and lend your
ideas and your thoughts and stuff and your presence. Thank you so much. I just want to leave always with Ubuntu, the African thing I learned when I was there. Because of me, you are. Because of you, I am. We are. Have a blessed day.
No doubt. In about 30 minutes, tune in to Drop the Mics channel. We're about to go live there. Come to the cookout. I just sent the link to the channel. Let's have a good day, everyone. Stay blessed. Love you all. Love my people. Love everyone. Let's go.
Let me tell you something. Back in my day, let me show you.